Yo, welcome in, everybody. Last click on the tunes, and here we go. That's not the right one. Gold Magic Fighty, yo, first in. What's going on? Sticks, Marco, EJ, Doomiverse, Alan, Short, Belf Eagle, I think. Sorry on the pronunciation if I'm off there. Maxwell Killy, what's going on? Killy Rabbit, Hot Lead Shower, Draketh, Ezraka, and Zephanex are over on Twitch. First one in on Twitch. Welcome in. So, straight into doing keys again here. Straight into it. And I am, taking out, if I see something I want to take out, Ghosts and these other dudes real quick. Yeah, we'll take them out along the way as well. Happy Slayin, Phil. Appreciate you. Thank you. Hopefully you have a good day as well. It was top notch. Good. Top notch pronunciation. Yeah, I just said that. Not even sure why I just said that. Good luck, double key drops. I need it. The last time I ran for keys, it did not go super great. I was below average. And I want above average. I want above average. Toon, welcome in. Good luck. Appreciate you, Chicho. People afraid of getting banned with it. What are you talking about, Bell? Bell Eagle? I'm not sure what you mean by that. I mean, your name doesn't look offensive in any way that I can understand. Summoner Countess. The other key, Dan King, is Neelathak. Drops the... I always forget which key drops from which one, but those are the three. The first one, I just know him as the first one comes from the Countess. I know him when I see him, I guess. I forget which one drops hate, which one... I think Terror comes from the Countess, right? Hate from this guy and Destruction from Neelathak, but I kind of don't think about it. I always forget. 3 runs, 1 key. Ooh, that's some good luck. I like it. Got burnt down a D2, played a bit of Fallout New Vegas. Oh, I was thinking the other day about picking up New Vegas, actually. Well, a couple months ago. I picked up Halo Master Chief Edition instead and started playing the campaign. But I was thinking about New Vegas. The only thing with New Vegas, some of those older games that were so good, they are so good, and they were awesome when we were younger. What made them so awesome is that you would find the little secrets and glitches to beat the game super easy and fast, like... Or you would like hear your friend talk about it and you'd look it up on dial-up internet or something, and then it was like you're in on the secret, you know? But now that you know them, it's like playing like Fallout, you can beat the game in like 4 minutes, you know? If you know the little glitch and stuff. And, you know, once you know you can do it, it's hard to not do what you know you can do super easy without having to do all this stuff that takes a lot of time, you know? Sometimes. Going for all achievements. Nice, nice. Yeah, Fallout New Vegas is pretty cool. I think I can't remember the order. For some reason, I think I played Fallout 3 first and then went back and played New Vegas. I can't remember. Because I think I went Morrowind, Oblivion, and then I found out, like, that Fallout 3 was from Bethesda, and then like I didn't really know what was going on in New Vegas, and like, I don't remember exactly, but yeah, you get what I'm saying. Martineau saying, hopefully I get a barb torch after this. Hopefully. I want to get a barb torch, and then I want to get an Amazon torch, and then I want to get a Warlock torch, and then I want to get a Sorcerer's torch, and then I'll be done. Or, you know, get one of each. New Vegas, your favorite Doomiverse? Ooh. 1, 2, 3, New Vegas, 476. Are you saying that's the order that they came out? You see, I thought it was 1, 2, New Vegas, 3. That's not something I would swear by, though. That's what I thought. Because I thought 3 had like way better graphics in New Vegas. And like, wasn't New Vegas all text you had to read, and then Fallout 3 was actually voice acting, and like the mouse would move and stuff? I don't really remember though, so don't quote me. One of these "don't quote me, bros" type of situations. Haven't watched in a very long time. Sheldon, never a bad time to come back though. Restarted watching last night. Where'd that go? And you have been a lucky character, Phil. Home and a Mal and a perfect Mara's. Oh, congrats on that. Love to hear it. Yeah. Fear says 3 was before New Vegas. Interesting. I guess if a few different people are saying that, it must be true. Must be, right? Oh man, I wish the waypoint was right there. It'd be mo better. Oh, save and exit macro. So the save and exit macro I would not recommend using online due to risk of being banned. But on single player, you can kind of do whatever you want. If you did run a macro online, you would have to set it for super, super slow so that you wouldn't get banned. And plus, you'd have to have it like type in a game. Well, I guess you could just have it hit play in the play thing, right? But you'd have to have it time delayed, because I think if you save and exit games too fast, it hits you with a timeout or something. Not an expert at it. Gisnemayo. JSNMAO. Been watching for a while, decided to check out a live stream. Hey, well, welcome in there over on Twitch. Welcome in, welcome in. Appreciate you watching. You're saying Fallout 3 was the first-person style Fallout? Interesting. Maybe I just made an assumption there that... Because I thought 3... Let me Google it real quick, and maybe I'm just brain dead here. Because 4 was... Let's see. Fallout 3 compared to New Vegas. No. I don't know. Possible I'm just wrong. I don't know. First time for everything, am I right? Speaking of me being wrong and first time for everything, it's crazy how my first time being wrong is like every day, huh? Isn't that crazy? I can't read any of that, what looks like Russian stuff. How many of each key do you farm before going out to do torches? So I just did Countess, like 500 runs or something like that. And I just had however many keys I had. And I had done some Countess runs before that, I believe, just to make some basic rune words. So I have 80 T keys. But not that I've done a bazillion runs. I've only done 100 something, but I guess 1 in 10 runs. Well, actually, I did about 30 to 50. I don't know where it was the other day and got no keys. I'm a little bit under average here on the number of keys I should be getting from here, so I may at some point here have to stop just like fighting my urge to slay demons and try to get lucky taking other monsters out, and maybe just go straight there, blast, and then move on. 15 max with some magic find. Yeah, I'm never gonna use that, and I mean the little bit of magic find on that, whatever. I mean, how can you not stop and take out a giant ghost pack like that? Am I right? Appreciate your gold magic find. Yeah, but I've actually been feeling pretty good today, to be honest. I didn't sleep a ton of hours last night. Had bowling yesterday, and then I, had a few tall beers, came home from bowling, had a couple more, and woke up this morning, and I was tired because I didn't sleep a ton of hours, but I mean, all day today I've been feeling really great, so pretty great anyways. Appreciate you. The Russian says, greetings from Russia. That's a nice little message. G-Stacks. In recovery. Oh my gosh. In recovery. Oh, the get well soon was to him, not to me. I missed G-Stacks comment. If they do, forgive me. G. In recovery. Hey, Swifty recovery there. My apologies on missing any comments, including G-Stacks. I'm trying to take his get well soon. If you wish someone get well soon and someone else takes credit for it, will they still get well soon? Alright, we'll skip these guys. Okay. Have you played Quake before? I played the first Quake slightly. Not extensively, not like a ton, you know. It was like one of the first like online first-person shooter type games I really played ever. I think it was kind of the first super like popular one, right? Kind of, sort of. Yanking so bad at FPS, first-person shooters. Yeah, gotcha. It does take some practice for sure. Key, let's go. I don't know how good or bad I would be nowadays. I was pretty good at Call of Duty and Halo, but Quake was PC only, and that's the time when consoles got way cheaper than PCs. And I'm like, I can't afford a computer to play like the, you know, it's like whatever. I was like, I can't afford to buy some expensive computer. I can ask for a console for Christmas, I guess, but Doomverse is in the top 0.1%. Congratulations. Speak Russian. I don't know if I'm learning Russian today. I can't promise anything. I might learn Russian today, but I can't promise you, okay? I'll see what I can do later in stream. Barthamus, welcome in. Soul runes for days out here, just to trick me. No, you did not find a soul rune, it's a soul. Oh, these keys. Keys. Wish you found a key every run. But is that really what you want? I like taking out the monsters along the way because I want the random chance to find something good. Kind of breaks up the monotony of just blasting only the one character over and over again. To only get a key. But you gotta get the torches, right? Don't have to, but you could just play without a torch. The Red Baron got a question. I'm running a Hydra Orb Sork. What is a good way to farm Neelithak without Nature's Peace? To farm Neelithak with that. So, probably the best way is all of his minions are immune to cold. Have a... I don't know how good of a mercenary you can get your hands on. Like gear-wise, I mean. So pretty much, imagine this is like Neelithak in the middle of the glob. Get your mercenary, teleport up so your mercenary's right on the front here, and try to be at a distance to where your orb can hit Neelithak. Maybe you can teleport to the other side, and just orb Neelithak, and that won't kill any minions, so he'll have nothing to explode. And that's kind of, you know, hopefully you can static him down and orb him, but it's going to be tough. With a budget character, farming Neelithak with no Nature's Peace and stuff is kind of a struggle, because your Merc will take out like one monster or something, and then all of a sudden there's a corpse to blow up, and then all of a sudden you're having problems. You know what I mean? So, toughy. Another key. Luck's turning around, fellas. Your Merc is geared. Geared pretty good, huh? All right, well, then I would guess I would recommend that. That's not usually my go-to way. A Hydra Orb Sork, of course. I would say I honestly have never farmed Neolithak with a Hydra Orb Sork, so that's just the best advice I can give you, I guess, in that one. Let's go! I know, right? So excited. Man, I can't wait to get... I feel like I'm going to get one of those triple key drops and really get this moving so I don't have to do this for 7 years. Just to get keys from the summon. Just bummed. Yes! Let's go! The luck's turning around. I only have 65 more keys to go. Yo, Phil, I know D2 is your main squeeze. Path of Exile? No. I don't have time to... I barely have time to keep up with D2, to be honest. When the new season comes around, I'm going to have all this new stuff I got to learn. What gear works best with this build? What gear works best with that build? Making videos on all that stuff. I can't even keep up with even them just adding in one character to D2, let alone an entire another game at, you know, almost 40 years of age, and this being my Diablo 2 exclusively being my full-time gig. Not just like a hobby for me, you know, playing video games. This is like... Killer Rabbit sitting PoE feels like a chore sometimes. That's what I've heard, and it kind of looks that way, yeah. Characters... What character am I going to use for Ubers? Probably just a Pally. The Warlock's going to be changed by the time I do Ubers, probably, so... It'll probably won't be till after this upcoming season before I can do Ubers. Because at this rate, geez, I'm not going to even have... I could run this for, you know, a year straight and not have enough keys to even out with the other ones. I need to run at least, like, 10 torches. Because I need to do enough torch runs that I can, like, make a video about it. Minimum 10. So I need at least 30 keys. Minimum. But really, I would want to do more than that. But I don't know how long I can run... I don't know how long I can run the summoner, to be honest. Offline equals better drops. I wish. I wish. Doomifer said he got a bunch of friends who play Path of Exile and they'd give me free gear. Yeah. Still taking handouts. So I feel like that's against what I usually do, but the generosity is his kind. Why don't I do them both at the same time? I could. I'm undecided. I was thinking, I don't know if I would do like Summoner for a video, Neolithak for a video, or do Summoner and then do Neolithak. Maybe I'll do a premise of, you know, 500 Summoner runs, 500 Neolithak runs. Which one do you get more keys? You know, which one did I find more keys of? I mean, you can always look at, you know, you can look up the drop odds, but like, sometimes it's just interesting to see an anecdotal, you know, in practice type situation. And what else did I find along the way? You know, stuff like this, yeah. But yeah, it's not like the end of the world, but going to Neolithak, it would be the same load screens. It'd be about the same time, I guess. Pretty much just because this is what I decided to do. Gotta clock back into work. Hopefully you have a good day. 15-hour Bishi Bosh farming. I ain't doing that again. I did a, back in the day, I did a 500 Bishi Bosh runs video. It was kind of like a, bet you won't do it. And I was like, nope, why would I want to do that? Or someone said to do it. And they're like, I don't remember exactly how it happened, but essentially somebody, like sponsored the video, essentially. A person was like, hey, I'll give you 200 bucks if you do that. And I was like, okay. That's what I did. I did 500 runs. Every 100 runs I did with a different build. Did a Hammerden. I did a Lightning Fury Javazon. I used some other builds. I don't remember what exactly, but some other builds. Yeah, I know you can go through the load screen of the Canyon Magi's portal or whatever, and then go through the next load screen of then going to Act 5 and then teleport down. So it's just, you got the one load screen, you know, whatever. I don't know that I'd necessarily, you know, gonna try to min-max it as much as possible. I don't know. So war cries. You can hit this. Load screen. Load screen. I'll get the waypoint, but you get the idea. And go. Yeah, it is what it is. Save and exit running from the top. Running from here. Whoa. Did Bishi drop anything good? I did find, I don't know if it came off of Bishi exclusively, like exactly Bishi, or the group in general. I know I did find a Haas from there. And I think I got a Vex rune. So it wasn't like worthless. I don't remember what else. I mean, there was some Titans and like Alder's boots and stuff. Oh, yes. And Alder's boots and stuff like that. So it wasn't worthless, but yeah. How many times you died during those 500 runs? I don't think I died, but I don't remember if I really did. What's the key of hate for? So you gotta have one of each key to open a portal to Uber areas. You go in the Uber areas, take out the little Uber, mini Ubers, get a different piece, open up the portal to Uber Tristram, and then you can go farm torches from, you know, Uber, Diablo, Baal, Mephisto. So let's see. I got 6 keys in like, what, maybe 10 runs now? So sick. That's what we need to keep popping off. That's how the averages work. The other day, people are like, they turned down the average of keys. But, yeah, just RNG. Now I'm about to find 40 keys and 40 runs today. Belfigil, yo!
At Belfigil donated 50
Belfigil.
through
Thank you so much, you legend.
Thanks, Phil. Those macros for single player are sweet. I hope being logged into VNet once. He get me banned now. Keep playing.
Being logged into BNet won't get you banned. Yeah, if you're on offline single player, you're gonna be fine. I'm on offline single player right now. I go into the Battle.net launcher, fire up the game, play on offline single player. I'll be nice today. Killed by love. I'll just give you a warning. Every one of your comments is just some stupid thing that you've been saying, unless I'm misreading what you're saying, like a trolley comment. So if you do another one, I'll just permanently ban you from the channel. I don't really have time to put up with, you know, people, but unless I'm completely misunderstanding. Anyways. Dude, Willie, yo! Welcome in. Good to see you. How you know you made it. Yeah, dude, Willie doing pretty good. I'm assuming you're going to be firing up your stream pretty soon. Thanks for hopping in for a sec. Hope you're having a good day. Ithrune legendary. 1/3 of my Enigma. Yeah. Opinion worth sacrificing SOJ for Annie. I believe it is very much worth it. Every 100% of builds and characters in Diablo 2 use an Annie, and only like 25% use the Stone of Jordan. So if you plan on playing multiple characters and builds, 100% use a 100% use that SOJ to get an Annie. Not to mention you're sacrificing one skill on your ring slot to get one skill into your inventory, and then you can throw it on a different ring in that spot as well. So if you just think of it as a 1-to-1 on the character, and then you're getting all res and the stats so you can get more vitality for more survivability, and you're sacrificing just the skill and some mana, right? So 100%. Kelly said your buddy got a Arachnid's mesh off of Neeltech too. Yeah, he's high enough level to drop everything. For me though, he just never does. Not never. I do take I don't remember like everything I ever found from him, but I know super rare TC87s anyways. I did find a Crown of Ages from him before. Yeah, Willie, always on that grind. Yeah, better believe it. What do you stream like 7 years straight every day or something crazy? Something crazy. ADHD tap. Always catch your streams in the middle of midterms or finals. Well, this can be a calming, soothing stream to listen to, right? It's just like rock just not blasting, but calming death metal. That's not death metal, but back to work, as Raka says. Gonna hop on and do some FCAS when you get done with the work. Yeah, hopefully you get some good drops later. Hopefully you get all the super rare crazy stuff and I get lots of keys. See, Red Baron played D2 a lot as a kid, just got back into it as an adult, never done D-clone, never done Ubers. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, they're both kind of, D-clone's a lot easier than Ubers. You just follow a couple basic strategies and it's pretty simple, to be honest, for most characters. Melee characters are actually better for those big boss stuff than casters. Significantly, in fact, usually. Yeah, look up a few how-tos, tips and tricks, and you'll be good to go, probably. Or you can just YOLO in and get the original experience, right? The music and a bunch of caffeine helping you knock out a 6-page essay. Nice. Uh-oh. Sorry. Oh, I got a yawn. Burning sage to increase your rune drops. I know, right? I thought about trying lavender. If I lathered up with lavender before I streamed, it would increase the, you know, the polar chakras, and it would make more keys drop. Because lavender is a well-known Mito-Cepido conductor, which helps out your chakra polarization. Wait, someone... Wait a second. Someone claims I just made that up? Not my fault you don't know science, bro. Summoner put me to sleep. Hey, I've been popping keys off today, to be honest. I found more keys already today in the first half hour, which, I mean, for a minute there, I almost have found more keys today than I have in a half hour than I found in like 4 hours before this. Literally. I had 11 keys in a 3-hour stream the other day. Actually, I had 2 before that. So in 3 hours the other day, I found 9 keys. Doing similar to what I am here. I'm stopping, taking out packs, moving on whenever I feel like it. Like, here's some champ packs. Sure, I'll take them out real quick. You know, I've been doing this kind of stuff the whole time. Hoping to get some 640s. Oh. Miasmic, welcome in. Hope everyone's having a legendary day, you say? Hopefully you are as well. Yes, taking packs out, taking monster packs out. Yep. Only play offline. No. Nope. More keys than likes? What? Make sure I hit that like button on YouTube. Help a brother out. I need all the likes on YouTube. Not like a lot of people. I need all of them. YouTube peeps, gotta hit that like button. I'm not asking. Aren't she a cruel mistress? Right? The best of times and the worst of times with RNG. Which is why it's so exciting when you do get the good times. Io Rune legendary. ADHD tap ads are killing me to death. Yeah, sorry about Twitch ads. The resubbed. Oh, I didn't get no notification or something. I didn't see nothing, but thank you for subbing up on Twitch there. Huh, that's weird. I didn't get a notification or anything. Beautiful day, just working the car auction. Gotcha, yeah, you work all these weird, interesting things. Not weird things, but different things, yeah. Notorious says, you don't hit the like button? Yeah, clown. That's a nice way to put it. Gotta check the ogres. Ooh, Warcry ogre. There we go. Didn't I just hear, thought I heard nothing serious, but I thought I heard a gem drop. That's weird. When you're hearing things, you know? Let's see, Shaco Rex. Did I miss something here? Let me look around real quick here. Someone's saying I think an alternative for Spirit is a lidless. Yeah, that is depending on you. Sometimes people will throw lidless over here. I actually just haven't made another Spirit yet, which is why I have one over here. But you can use it. It's less than a Spirit, but you know, you do have to put a bunch of strength, which you then can't put into energy or vitality or whatever. But right now, this is what I got. So sorry, I did miss the first comment. So my apologies if I'm responding oddly with the context. You wish I still pronounced it Opalvian? How do I pronounce it? Opalvane? I'm not even sure how I pronounce it. Lock H, yo! Thank you for the 2 months of Twitch Prime sub. Oh, appreciate you. I do like Opalvian. Why no experience down here? I'm not sure what you mean. No experience. I'm not getting a lot of experience or something. I'm not sure. Just maybe my level based upon the area and the players count, if that's what you mean. Getting a little bit in there. Come on, triple key drop. Triple key drop. And torches is one of those tasks, you know. Went baller on the Shaco, hit it with an Istu. That is a true Giga Chad move right there. Killy works ramping up. Catch you later. Right, peace out. Peace out. Contemplating Infinity, because I got the Burroon drop. Infinity is nasty. Whether it's on your Merc, I missed which build or whatever you're talking about, but your Merc, or if you're a self-wielder Nova or something, or a Lightning, Infinity is cool. You can do it, Boots. Never mind, they can't do it. ADHD, you're saying it's only visible to you, huh? That is strange. That is strange that I've never heard of that. Either way, thank you very much. Nature's Peace is only a hell drop ? I'm not sure of that. I mean, you're not going to find it in normal difficulty, but I've never really looked up the item level relative to different areas, you know, like, I don't know if Nature's Peace could drop off of Mephisto in hell difficulty, or maybe it could technically drop off of like Bale and Nightmare or something. I'm not sure. Don't know that one. Fine. Is this the 6 NATO? No. New season started already. No, so it starts about a week from now. The new season, I believe. "22nd of May." There you go. Real Tech says he thinks he got one from Andy, if he remembers right. Andariel, so super early. I feel like most everything Andariel and Hell can drop, like Nightmare Bale can. I don't know the levels, though, on the monsters there. It just seems like, anecdotally, from what I remember, I have found before, or seen in the past. But there are some other things. Let me think here. Yeah, I don't really remember. I think there's area level caps for like runes and stuff sometimes, so I want to speak in too definitive manner here. Just dropping first Shaco. Oz a yo. First Shaco. That's a hype one right there. Hype, hype, hype. Congrats on that. Still chasing SOJ, huh? Yeah, best of luck. That is one that's a little hard to chase. Find it around randomly, of course, is super hype, but sometimes you just gotta bust down Run Andy too many times to get it. Way more cooler to find it randomly, for sure, than having to target farm it like you're farming keys. Cap saying 8 hours of Nightmare Andy it took you to get an SOJ. That's unfortunate. It's another key. Man, I need these keys to start coming in hot. They've been doing good today, but man, it'd always be faster. I don't want to farm this guy any more than I have to. Summoner's the worst. Notorious. I'm pretty sure that's heavily anti-Semitic comment. Please, that's a very sus comment. Don't say things like that. Jeez. You ever found a Grand Charm over 10 to max? Yeah. Yep. I mean, I would have to go look at my mules or whatever on single player, but I don't know if I found it. What they can go up to, like, can't they go up to like 14 if they get a double roll of some kind? I don't remember. Actually, let me go look. Just got you've caught my interest. Charms. I have multiple charm mules, so from my other Holy Grail, so these are not. This is not the mule. A few Grand Charms over here. Oh yeah, 7, 8. Wait, why? Don't I have any max damage charms over here? Like, hardly any of them. Are they on a smiter or something? Now I'm really interested. I don't know what I did with them. There's a few there. I'm gonna look real quick. Maybe I mixed them up. Hey, Tap says you prefer the summoner over Countess? Bro, not me. Personally. Yeah, no, they were supposed to be there. They must be on some other character. Or they all just disappeared on me. Just poofed. They must be... They don't look like they'd be there. Where did they go? Can't look them up, I guess. They're all gone. I'll find, I don't want to spend too much time looking for them. I thought they'd just be right there and I'd look at them and I'd see what the best one I found. But apparently that's just not the case. Swish, you use the druid as a mule? Yeah, I used to switch it up, but then I stopped switching it up. I don't remember why. I think I had a slight reason behind it, like a 1% reason, but... The Grand Charms weren't permed, they were duped. Single player. Had the same item ID. Got caught in the rust storm. Yeah, Tap, the one thing I don't like about the summoner is that it's so much more difficult. Like, the Countess can drop the runes, so you get little runes here and there. Oh, I got an ist. Oh, I got an That's kind of... Is it the hypest thing? No, but hey, you know, that's cool. Oh, there, I finally got the key, you know. But for the summoner, it's like... Specifically the summoner. It's like nothing. 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 A key. Nothing. Nothing. Like, that's what you get from the summoner, you know. Really, farming keys in general isn't something I enjoy. Necessary evil, we'll call it. I'm more of a, oh my gosh, I just popped a Burroon off a random carver in the pits kind of guy, but... No good. Real Tech up here saying Nature's Peace looked like a nice option for my Zon. Running in Neothak was getting butt whooped by the corpse explosion. Yeah. Yeah, definitely, unless you can take Neothak out faster than he can start corpse exploding. Nature's Peace is very good to get. Dang. Take out a ghost pack and you see a rune, you're like, ooh. Val's better than like if it was an L, but how much better? Tiny bit. One to strength, man. Are you winning? I am winning today, actually, yeah. Yeah, Tap, hopefully I get a high rune. That's what I'm hoping for. Sam, congrats on them runes from the Countess, or from the Council. That sounds like on your way to Mephisto. Ooh. Siri buff, welcome in, howdy howdy. Evelyn, big Plains of Despair enjoyer, huh? Interesting. I don't ever go there. Occasionally when terrorized. Doing full clears or something. Thalrune, hi. See where we're at here. Phil luck is way better than mine, Red Baron says. Yeah, like I said, Red Baron, the other day, I played for 3 hours and I got like 8 keys, so I got more keys in the first in 20 minutes of playing today than I did in 3 hours the other day. So that's just the way the RNG goes. I'm not gonna lie too. I am stopping to take stuff out, but if you're trying to farm keys online, not knowing which direction to go, you're obviously gonna get less keys per hour. Come on. Good education on probability. It can be, I guess. Cap says I need at least a low rune before the stream's over. Well, no promises on that. Any trick to farming them online? Nope. Go out, guess one way. If it's that way, congrats. If it's not, then go a different way. Keep doing that until you find it. The summoner, pretty much. Benjamin, hate killing the ghosts when they aren't over one of the platforms. Yeah, it's part of the game, a little, because they have higher rune drop chances. I think it's kind of, do you want to wait for them to come over and to take them out to get the higher rune drop rate, or do you want to not worry about it and actually clear more monsters faster? Just kind of a choice you have to make. So I kind of like it in that respect, that you have to make a choice on what you want to do with them. Man. Ghost mana burn's insane. Yeah, insane. Yeah, they can zap your mana. That's another little trick to it, right? Oh, try not to get your mana all zapped away. Red Baron says every ghost that's off the platform falls in outer space, drops a Baroon, but you just can't get it because it disappears. Really? I can't prove that you're not true. What you said? Gather as many ghosts in one area as you can. Once you get about 20 of them, take them out all at once. Sounds like a lot of inefficiency there and spending much time gathering them all up, huh? Oh, max stamina. Fishaholic saying that one time when I killed the Herald over the water, it dropped a jaw. It might have. Probably. I wonder when you take them out over like outer space, does it roll an item and then it does a detection on the ground and then it decides whether the item can land or not, and then it disappears or doesn't show up? Like, I wonder if it actually does roll the item. It doesn't matter, of course. It doesn't matter if it does, but it's just kind of like, does it actually drop a burr? You know? Optimus says 1,000,000 Baroons to cast. Cast is a good spot for it. I can't tell if that's a joke about Vizier's little pack flying off over the lava or what. Yeah, I would say 50% of the time, Vizier himself, I end up just taking him out over the lava. Because I'm like, okay, I'm not going to try to lure him back, so whatever, move on. What are these ghosts doing? Look at them. Come on. What are you doing? Chuck saying if they appear but you have no way of getting to them. There are occasional, I forget what the glitch is, where they spawn like behind a wall over the lava for some reason. Maybe that's what the ones you're talking about. I think. Midrune luck is dry. Gold Magic Find says my Nage's armor just to make my res is good. Yeah, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? You gotta do what you gotta do. Nothing wrong with throwing on some Nage's armor. Farming keys. Do you stop at a number of runs times keys? That depends on what my plans are for video or whatever. Pretty much. I do all of those things. All right. Come on. Taos Mask, I feel like it's the point, or super, you know, day one of ladder, for first starting single player. Kind of like, ooh, cool, I got a Taos Mask, but it really loses its luster pretty quickly after like the 10th. Never got a Burr or a Shaco, Optimus says. Burrs are pretty rare. Just spam telekinesis, see if you can snag the item. Yeah, well, the issue being too is that obviously telekinesis can only pick up gold and scrolls and keys for some reason. You can pick up 2.5 million gold all at once. Boop. Can't pick up a little teeny tiny throwing knife, you know. I don't know. I'm playing D2 on console a few years now. My old dog was at my side while I played. Ooh, sorry to hear that. Had to put her down. Sorry to hear that. Okay. Peanut butter, I mean, I guess juicy. Interesting comment. Case, appreciate you. Thanks for the great content you say. Appreciate you. Juan saying D2 logic is trash. What do you mean by that, Juan? D2 logic, like the drop odds, or what do you what do you mean? This is start getting ladder team together, folks. Oh, Friday afternoon's a good time to get a ladder team together. Just kidding. Yeah, anyone hopping in for the next ladder? Link in the Discord there. You can meet up with people. We got just kind of a general channel where people can post in there who are looking for teams, and we even got open chats in there that people can utilize for their ladder teams. Come on, Ghost. Appreciate you, Biv, for hitting the link right there, or in the descriptions and stuff. Locked, welcome in. Babam, good afternoon to you as well. Gear on my Sork. I mean, it's a variety of stuff. I just kind of is just a general sorceress with a crescent moon. General insight merc. This ladder is too soon. Yeah, I feel like it was pretty quick. They like shaved a month off the back end for some reason. I don't know, usually they did that in the past because it would be like if the D3 season or the D4 season would, and I have no idea, really, I don't follow, but like if the week after this ladder reset is the D3 one, and then the week after that is the D4 one, and yeah. Or maybe they were just like, hey, the Reign of the Warlock was super hype. We got our changes approved with the console makers, and let's keep the hype going and get these rebalances done. And we got them done and approved, so let's just launch the season. Like, I have no idea personally, but could be something like that. Could be all kinds of stuff. But yeah, I think it was faster than normal. Release of Reign of the Warlock, yeah, it could be, yeah. Something along those lines, yeah. Love the BG music. Lucky Ron, appreciate you. BG music. I don't know what that stands for though. locked saying just because they want to get the balance and changes pushed out and they, you know, they want to do it at the beginning of the season. Yeah, could be all those things. I have no clue really, but here's the real reason why. I called them up. I was like, listen here. Listen here, Blizzard. Got this new season out now. They were like, yes, sir. True story. Let's see. Diablo has a huge axe, but you need a key to open a chest. Carrying 5 huge items in the inventory. No more, not room for one little tiny gem. I guess there are some situations like that, yeah, Juan. What always cracks me up is where you kill champion Itchies, which is like a swarm of gnats, and they drop like the humongous axe, like humongous glorious axe or whatever it is. You're like, how did that little pack of bugs that you can see through, how was it holding that humongous axe and you couldn't see it at all? You can see right through it. You would be able to see it if those bugs were carrying around. So you mean like that? Well, you know, sometimes you just gotta make it happen. Smop says, you got that kind of pull? I got pull with everything in the world like that. I'm Sweet Phil, baby. I'm like, listen here, Pistons. Let me talk to the team. They blew 3 games in a row. 3 games. Listen up, Cade. You got to get these boys on your back. You got to get out there and make some shots. You're like, that's how it goes. Everything in the whole world's like that for me. Isn't that crazy? Pistons choking, Phil? Sort of. I mean, I don't know if really. I've been watching the games like a little bit here, a little bit there. So, but just kind of mainly checking the final scores and kind of check the scores on the app and stuff when I'm doing other things. But I feel like they should win. Of course, I would say they're not exactly getting a lot of calls, but. And the Cavs are getting a lot of calls. Cavs up after 0-2, yeah, I mean, is it 3-2 now? Like the Pistons won their 2 home games, the Cavs won the 3 games that were home there? Or is it 2-2? I can't remember, I forget now. Some metal background music is what you mean by BG. Gotcha, yeah. Okay. Relatively new. What's going on, Blocky? Watching some of your YouTube videos. Do you have your single player Chronicle 100%? No. I'm at about 70. Did some rune hunting, farming stuff, and then went and farmed some uniques. Now I'm farming keys, which isn't going to advance it anymore. No, offline single player, because you have to actually find everything yourself. It takes way longer to complete the Chronicle. Way longer. Like, it'll be years, probably. It'll be probably at least 2 years. Before completing the unique section of the Chronicle. Ray said every team complains about the home team getting the calls. Yeah, maybe. I feel like even when they were in Detroit, the Cavs were still getting every little ticky-tack BS call type of thing. But yeah, I've heard a lot of negative stuff. Wakimbo on Darn. Like I said, I haven't watched it a ton because I was like at bowling, so I was like glancing up and bowling last night, and then yeah. A lot of negative stuff there. You hear Phil talking about the referees and you know it's bad? Maybe. I mean, there's always like the NBA foul calls, but sometimes in certain games it just gets ridiculous. The inconsistency. Body massage saying we gotta wait 2 years before Phil can rip his shirt off again, or you have the joy of seeing Phil rip his shirt off again. Oh boy. Oh boy. Maybe it'll be a new daily thing, because every day I'll rip my shirt off on stream. Final 5 items in the Holy Grail. I don't know, the same ones they always are. It'll be materials. Well, I guess it's not always the same thing, since the second from the last one for me was a wisp last time, which is like pretty wild. I mean, I don't know. Naming all 5 is a little tough, I guess. It's impossible, but materials will probably be the last one, for sure. I feel like 50% or more of the times like a Holy Grail is done, materials might's the last one, because it is the rarest one after all. So, man, the keys dried up already. Great. Feel angry at the OKC Thunder. Angry at them? Why would I be angry at them? For like being really good for a few years, or I'm not sure. Freedom Max 32020, but it's a Grand Chime. Oh, I didn't notice it was Durance of Hate terrorized right now. Woof. For another 5 minutes. Did not notice. Yeah, it's a little less painful to skip those because, you know, it's so short nowadays. So, not a big deal. Definitely not worth completely respecking a character around to be able to go farm the act boss or whatever, because Nova is well known, not great boss farmer, really. Oh. You know what? You take him out. I don't like this guy. Get him. Get him. Wow. I thought I had high hopes you would drop something good there. Intense heat. Firing up D2 right now. Nice. Fishholic saying, I missed my chance at Tyro's Might by not going and doing Mephisto. Yeah, you ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. I just literally was not paying attention. I don't really like the way the Terror Zones work like that anyways, but it ain't going nowhere, so. The key holder in the same route every time. Are you saying, like, how am I getting the same route every time to the summoner? I'm on offline single player, if that's what you're asking. The premier way to play.
At Chicken Noodle Soup 133 donated $2 through Super Chat. Man, your content sucks. Get a real job.
Don't understand the joke, because you're sending a super chat and then you're attacking me. thanks for the super chat, I guess, but I definitely don't appreciate the message. Appreciate you, Wakimbo. Malps says 4 items left on the set chronicle. Tal amulet going to be rough. Sounds like you got to run some Nightmare Andy to get that Tal's amulet, huh? I don't know the drop odds, but the one time I ran Nightmare Andy to get an SOJ, I found 5 Tal's amulets before I found an SOJ. But I think I went and looked it up later, and that was like crazy luck of the number of them that dropped. Like, I feel like the Tal's amulet was like the same drop odds, or like worse drop odds than an SOJ or something. I can't remember for sure, though. Chase. Yeah, nobody hit the like button. Real mature, guys. But yeah, no, I'm kidding. Hit the like button on YouTube. 170 y'all on YouTube. Make sure you guys hit that like button for me. Help a brother out. The more likes we get, the faster we get the keys. The faster I get the torches. Give me a legendary. Proven fact, by the way. More likes equals faster keys. It's science, so. Allegedly. You got to do normal cows for the Cow King set? Gotcha. Yeah, you can find the... I would do the Cow King set first, because I know that... I'm pretty sure I've seen people find Cal's amulet in Nightmare... in normal cows. I think you can find it in normal cows, I'm saying. Yeah, so what is it? I think one item is more... One of the Cow King set is most likely from Nightmare, and one of them's most like... Two of them are most likely from normal, maybe? I'd have to look that up again, too. You probably know what it is, yeah. Yeah, appreciate you guys answering. Someone must have had a question on how to get a Annie on single player. Yep. What everyone said there. Just sell one SOJ, declone instantly it'll spawn at the next super unique you go to. And then boom, bing bang boom. Intense Heat just got to 97 on his Sorceress. Congrats. I should have looked into these terror zones. A lot of times they're just, you know, I guess they're shorter. They combined a bunch of them, and you know, so they swap more and stuff. So realistically, the good terror zones will pop up more often to where it doesn't incentivize you as much to like, oh my gosh, I have to go run these. You know what I mean? You're still like incentivized too, I guess, when you know TZ Meth is so goated, but it's not as bad FOMOing. What time we got here? I gotta keep an eye. I gotta go pick my daughter up at 3:30. I'm gonna get her. I'm home. I gotta cut the grass, get dinner cooked. I'm coaching her softball team, so then we gotta go to softball. Come home, go to bed. Get everything cleaned up and ready to go for the next day and go to bed. I cut like part of the grass. I cut like 30% of the grass earlier, and I gotta go back and cut the other 70%. Chore leveling up on single player with a barb. Yes, it always feels like a chore leveling no matter what. Leveling is one of the least... I mean, it's right there with farming keys, I think. At least I'm taking out other packs, so I have an opportunity to get lucky, you know? I guess leveling up, you have opportunities to get lucky, but... just the whole, like... tick. Like, ooh, exciting. Tick. You know, like... when I'm coaching the softball team, I should tell them to keep Slayin. I don't know if that'll go over as well coaching 10U softball as when I'm speaking to 40-year-old gamer men. Why do I have to be responsible? Well, who else is going to do it? Today I'm being extra responsible. Part of it too is because I actually don't feel bad today. So I'm like, oh, I got to get this stuff done before I feel bad again. You know what I mean? Like, that's honestly part of it. I know you're just joking, but like literally, I'm like, man, I got to get this stuff done before I feel bad, because if I'm having these crazy head pains and stuff, again, I'm not going to be able to get this stuff done, and I won't be able to work, and yeah. Domesticated Phil, I know, right? Double extra responsible. Gut grumble? S-tier procedurally generated name. Gut grumble. I don't know. Does that sound incredibly hilarious to anybody else? There's nothing like, oh, you know, it just sounds funny. I don't know why. It almost sounds like the bad guy's name in like a G movie. I don't know. Did I ever mess around with D4? Yeah, I made some D4 content, streamed some D4, you know, for a little bit and stuff, but I just, you know, didn't want to do it anymore, pretty much. Didn't want to do it. Fishaholic said you had to take a second look at her. Yeah, that's what I was looking at. I don't know why, it just cracks me up. Gut grumble. Never seen that one before. Dungeon Crawler Carl. Never heard of that one. Oh, sounds like a kind of like a spoof game almost. Yeah, interesting. Meme Game says about the same age as me, like rediscovering the old Blizzard games. Nice. Nice. Yeah, new games ain't like the old games, am I right? Dungeon Crawler Carl's a set of books, you say? Okay. Gotcha, gotcha. I'll run the player. Alright, I'm gonna wait for the ghost. I got a feeling. Not this one though. New letter season. I'm gonna go with the Warlock. I mean, it's a new hype character, you know. Haven't decided what build yet though. Okay, what am I doing? Ain't the right spot. Meme Game, thank you for the Slayer ship. Ooh, appreciate you supporting the channel. Reef Jewel. Today I'm gonna look at all of the unique names if I can find them. Oh, he gone. Not that guy though. Appreciate you again. Meme Game is weak. Appreciate you. Hoppus saying you were farming Mephisto, trying to get some of them statues. Dropped a cham. Legendary. Unexpected. Jeezy says go with the Cleave Warlock. I don't know. Maybe I'll just be boring and I'll go with like fire into the miasma stuff. I think that's kind of going to be the easiest go-to playthrough situation, but Pulse Shield. I was tempted to do like a summoner on the playthrough or something. Because everybody's going to be... There's just going to be purple magic everywhere. Starhawk the Hammer. That's a cool name. Purple magic everywhere. Death Snarl. Finally, it's been a minute since I got a key. Been a minute all of a sudden. Can't stop making horking barbs every ladder. Is that like Tyrael but spelled with X's or something? I'm not sure how to pronounce that, so. But yeah. You plan any crazy challenges to make in D2? No, Cub, I don't do those challenge run things like everybody else does. Not everybody else, but I just don't enjoy playing that way. Making up artificial every once in a great while. I did them a few years back, but then when everyone started to do them, I stopped doing them. But kind of like magic find farming and stuff is kind of what I enjoy. And I feel like streams and stuff and the topics of your videos tend to need to be something that you enjoy, or it's not gonna translate well. So personally, I'm not going to be doing a lot of that now. How many keys you get today? So in the first like 20 minutes, I got like 8 keys. I literally had more keys than the number of runs I did off the start. And then it's like, went back to the old speed now. I mean, I've only done like 40 runs today or something, or 50 runs so far, so. Not going super fast because I'm taking out all these other packs along the way too, so maybe I might just like do what I said before. Maybe it's 200 runs in this number of hours because I'm taking out so many other packs, hoping to get lucky with something else. It's just taking too long. I think I don't know. I think I'm just gonna start skipping it, to be honest. I think I'm gonna do that. Just want to get it going faster with the keys. Gold magic find. Don't understand the joke. Suit Phil. Don't get it. How many more keys do I need? Like 50. Preferably. I just said I wasn't going to do this. Ah, look at all the ghosts. Look at them. And one of those times I stopped for those ghosts. I really need to get something good, huh? Do I play more on stream or off stream? I almost exclusively play Diablo 2 while I'm streaming. And yeah, Thunder, I'm using Crescent Moon, yes. Don't want to go there. Gotta pump the brakes for density. Yeah, I suppose. Small said he's a ghost slayer enjoyer. The thing is too though with the look at this. Look at these ghosts and all the density and stuff. Man. Just to get an IO. Okay, if they're ridiculous, I'll have to stop. If I see one I'm just like, oh my word. Yeah, because the difference between stopping and not stopping, even just for a pack or two, is it doubles the run time. Just for stopping for like 1 or 2 packs. So it's like tough to do. Like, not tough to do, but like when I don't want to farm the summoner forever, it's tough to do, I should say. Suit is pronounced like sweet. Why didn't you write sweet then? I forgot that, actually. The E makes it sweet, like a professional. Yeah. Stop fighting monsters. Keep moving. Gotta do it. Yeah, I guess I kind of get it now. If you like, sweet Phil, but like everything's spelled differently. I kind of get it, but I'm gonna pick something more random maybe.
FFT ad break. Why can't we just set the Twitch sub to auto renew winking face?
Definexio! Thank you for the 23 months of Twitch Prime sub. Appreciate you. Yeah, it must just be the Twitch Prime subs it won't set to auto redo. Unfortunate. Leisure Suit Phil. Bro. So 10 FCR, 10 all res. I mean, it's an okay ring to use. Not the greatest. You need the all res. Cold tire, I suppose, but yeah, you know, it's okay ring. I think I'll hang on to it, but maybe not super hype. I don't know. It's kind of good though. Bob says the guy that sent the $2 has a favorites playlist with a bunch of your videos. Yeah, was it interesting? I don't even know, like, why would someone send money and then the comment is like negative and like, are they not joking or are they joking? I mean, I don't know. Whatever. I guess people get away with saying one or two negative things if, you know, I don't feel like. Look at all these monsters. Sometimes people just think they're joking, but it just doesn't seem like a joke to anybody else. You know what I mean? Just because of like, whatever reason.
Tofu well done steak for the win.
Trashy, yo! Thank you for the well done tofu steaks that I can make for Galback with the Slayin Shabu. Appreciate you. That I wasn't gonna do this. I think I have a problem. Can't stop slaying. Yeah, Notorious, kinda. I mean, the comment would be one that would get you banned in some places if you said it, like, you know. Talking about specific ethnic groups being money-hungry, greedy people is just generally frowned upon in a lot of spaces. In other spaces, not so much, but. Yeah, the $2 super, I could buy a McDonald's with that? Maybe, yeah. McDoubles are like $3 nowadays. Remember back when they were $1? We didn't know how good life was when the McDouble and the McChicken were $1, did we? Marty, yo, welcome in. Race. You should do that. Take the tofu and Make it look like chicken. Just bread it, and then just tell them it's chicken. They'll never know. Head out for my final presentation. Tap, best of luck. Appreciate you. Debot XX. Are you the one that makes the YouTube videos? I make YouTube videos. I'm not sure the way that's worded, but maybe. Better days. Yeah, we didn't know how good life was when the McDouble, when you could make yourself a McChubble for $2. Am I right? You trade bases early or keep them? It depends. If it's something I need, I keep it. If it's something I don't need, like, I mean, I don't really find a lot of great bases. Like, but let's say it depends what it is, really, I guess. If, like, day one I found, like, a perfect 15 ED superior dust shroud or something, I'd probably trade it. Usually, if it's something superior, perfect like that, I always make any of my rune words in non-superior stuff and trade the superior stuff. But, like, if on day one I found, like, an ethereal thresher, I'd be like, ooh, let's go! And I would use that sucker. Bang! So. Acidic said, $1 double cheeseburger. Then they removed one slice and called it a McDouble. Yeah, I mean, it was worth it. I don't remember. I don't remember when a double cheeseburger was $1. I just didn't pay attention to prices when I was a kid, I guess, you know. But then when I started having to feed myself, when I was like a teenager, we'd be coming home from the movies or something, and we'd stop at McDonald's, you know, then I had to pay for it, so. All right, I feel like we've reached the cap on the amount of talking about people's skin color on stream today. Maybe we'll just, no one's going too crazy, but maybe we'll steer the conversation back, you know, somewhere else. Ray said, I'll never see the day of a 69-cent Big Mac again. No, you will not. I'm fairly confident in that one, actually. Skip them. Bill, you're not supposed to take them out. Also, get your right weapon out. Day one of Resurrected, I found a superior Eth Sacred Armor, says Last I See. Sold it for a jaw and a fort. Yeah, see, something like that I would never use, and it's crazy how much some people trade for those bases, you know? Trade for a base that'll give you like 300 more defense or something. Like, you that excited about 300 more defense? Can't help it. Sometimes you just have a problem and you just gotta give in to your urges, so can't stop slaying demons. Part of the problem is I get to the end and I know it's just gonna be trash, so I want to take something. I want to accidentally get lucky at the start, like, ooh, I found an Istrun off a ghost pack, and then, you know. Yeah, Marty, they're going pretty crazy in chat here, you know. I don't know what's going on. Tiernors, I believe, took my advice, didn't farm SOJ, was the best shock when I got one randomly off a mob. Oh, congrats on that. My advice not to farm, you say, huh? Well, glad my advice worked out. Can't help it. Zephinex, is that a real thing that you said was around where you're at? The other day they had buy one get one free quarter pounders, but if the temperature was below 0, it was free. Sounds like a weird promotion. Never heard of such a thing. That's weird. Yeah, Belfeagle saying random SOJ total poggers. Poggers is the exact definition of what that is. Yeah, legendary. Oh, Zephinex says back in the day they had that. Okay, gotcha. It was actually a thing they did back in the day. That's still wild. I've never heard of anything like that. Ooh, these ghosts are the ones. To drop a lot of full rejuice, I mean. Luck all went away on me. Guy from Sweat Hog first, Baroon the other night. Excellent. Congratulations on that. Whoops. Darn. Almost 3 already. It's crazy how how much faster the half-hour terror zones seem, because I'm not running it. Oh, I'm not running them, but I'm just looking like, oh, I wonder what the next one is. Oh, I wonder how far into this one we are, and I'm looking, and every time I see one pop up, and then I look to see how much is left, there's like 5 minutes left. They go so much faster, it seems, when it's a half hour rather than an hour. Woo! That mana burn almost got me, huh? Yes! Yes, 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 yes. Double key! Get me closer to not having to run this guy anymore. Kenny Jr., your one and only SOJ dropped from a random in Act 5 of normal, huh? Wow. Come on. Magically, please say I have like 50 of these right now. Is it 50? I don't want to look. 23. How many should I get this to? I'm not going to finish today, of course, but I'm just thinking in my head like maybe and I was going to say 60, but that is a pain. And then I still have to go run Neelathak to spend 7 years. Getting 60 keys from Neelathak is like also a pain. I just honestly feel like the Countess doesn't feel as bad because you kind of like need to run the Countess early on anyways. Just my opinion, but the Countess doesn't feel as bad to get keys from. Because you can take out the other packs and get lucky. You can you can take out the other packs to get lucky. You can get the Istrun from the Countess, and then you get the keys. You can find charms and stuff and get lucky, you know, so it's like doesn't seem as bad, but could be just me. Yeah, Heart Dakota. That's one of the things, like when it's TZ Meph or TZ Andy, Halrash's Tombs, you wish it was an hour. But then when it's like TZ Great Marsh, you're like, maybe it's fine if it's not an hour. Or Terrorize Bloodmore, and you're like, maybe a half hour is good. Actually, it's better, right? So, I mean, maybe you're a dinosaur, you prefer no change. Well, not that much, because honestly, I would prefer if there weren't terror zones, but, or the main thing is what I would prefer for terror zones, the ultimate of what I think a terror zone should be, is it should be only more experience gained. The drops should be the same as if it was the same area it was before, but only the experience changes. That would be my preferred, but, you know, I don't see them changing it to that, so. Because obviously getting to 99 before was gross. Just gross before Terror Zone, so. DZ's perfectly phrased or phased, like they're the right time, maybe. Being a half hour. Saffron EO coming in with a legend, re-upping his legendary Slayer ship, which is, that's the 4-year face, right? That's the 4-year Sweet Phil face, I believe. Thank you so much, you're a legend. Appreciate you, my God. He not a Slayer. He ain't no regular Slayer. He's a legendary Slayer. Ooh. Easy Swampy Pits was heavily needed, Saffron says. Yeah, true story. True story. That's one that I wish was longer. Yo, Bammer time. Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Ooh. Definitely slaying all day for the next half hour. Gotta go get my kid from school in a half hour, so. Yeah. Imagine if they... See, I don't think it can even do that. It can't have the same Terror Zone back to back, can it? There must be something programmed in there to stop that from happening. Imagine if it could, though, and you just got back to back to back to back Swampy Pits over and over again. I think they combined a bunch of the Terror Zones. I think they combined the Swampy Pits with, like, something else. Whatever area it's in. Chaos Sanctuary. Boy, the Terror Zones on single player here were, like, hopping today, and I didn't even look into it. Not that I would run them right now anyways, because I need to farm keys and stuff, but man, if I would have looked into that and I had the right build ready to go and everything. The Terror Zone since I got on here. Endurance of Hate, Talarash's Tombs, Chaos Sanctuary. There was the Forgotten Tower too, actually, which is not a bad one. It's actually kind of good for budget builds, sort of. But I'm not running that stuff right now. I need to get the keys to get the torches. And unless you're playing a broken Echoing Strike Warlock, you can't do every single thing in the game with every build in the game. Devastating. Body massage. Kind of don't like how the statues drop. Before statues, when Worldstone got terrorized, people ran pub games. Now people just spam for the statues. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of... Because, like, right here, I'm doing the keys, but it's like, I don't really like running the summoner over and over again to just get a key, right? I don't like running Duriel over and over again in a game by myself to get the statues, you know, like. And it's kind of one of those situations where I don't necessarily want to run, you know, try to spam farm the Chaos Sanctuary, but just seal pop. Good old lightning. So perfect lightning res, actually, with a little bit of gold find. I'm not really much of a gold finder guy on single player, but it really is a reasonable gold find charm with the lightning res too, so. Not a big gambler, so gold finding's not my speciality, but I don't know, maybe I'll change my mind someday, I don't know. Yeah, and it's not, you know, it's something that people have brought up before. Nothing necessarily. How am I going to word this? Yeah, other people have had that same thought and idea before too. I'm not sure. What did they change for next season? Next season they made it so that the statues drop off of the act bosses like anytime, and I think that the drop rates aren't really affected by being terrorized or not. So I actually think it's going to incentivize people to not run the places terrorized. Come on. They're either, I think it's going to be the same or like not really much change at all. So finish the new grail already? No. I'm at about 70% at the moment. So I found all the like basic uniques and set items essentially. And now I'm like, all right, we got a little percentage, so like I can at least tell people I'm a certain percent done. Like before I was like, yeah, I'm like 9% done, and I'm, you know, blasting, you know. Yeah. Yeah, the gold find on a small charm, the max is 10, yeah. So that one, this one has 11 and 11 on the res and like middle of the road on the gold find. Perfect. I don't remember. Maybe I misspoke or whatever. That's probably what you're referring to. But I meant to say perfect roll in the lightning res. That's what I meant to say if I didn't say that. We're on players 3 at the moment there, Alan. P3. Thought it'd be a good up the drop slightly, but the kill speed wouldn't be too bad. Having a middle of the road Nova character. New items though there? I don't know how many there are personally. Between rune words and like uniques and stuff, I don't know. Is there like 15 of them or 20 of them? Something like that. Between like the new jewel and the, you know, like I got one here. FCR, and you got a random elemental damage type with the other stuff on there, so. New rune words will be hard to get. There is one that takes a Zod, so yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna. I mean, maybe eventually one day I will, but yeah, I'm not sure on getting all the rune words. I mean, I guess I could if I took my old characters for my old Holy Grail. Like, let's say I complete this. I don't know if that'd be cheating or not. What do you guys think? For making all of the rune words, I could transfer over my characters from my other grail. I have 2 Zods sitting on a mule. You know, I have like five jaw runes, like all these low runes, like 15 low runes. Like I could transfer those over and make all the rune words, but I feel like that's a bit, yeah. How many 3x3s are you going for? It depends how long these keys take from the summoner here, pretty much. I didn't see how many keys I have right now. So minimum 10, like minimum. But I feel like my luck picked up a little bit today, and I'm actually almost there, I think. My luck wasn't as bad today, even though it's kind of, it started off real hot is what I should say, but. No cheating, you deserve those runes. Yeah, I did find them all, but I found them like before Reign of the Warlock. But I did start a new grail. So. I don't know. I haven't really made much of the rune words yet. 17%. That's 82. Haven't found a ton of runes yet. Conqueror's Crown. Bon Visage. None of those. Yeah, I haven't done a lot of like a ton of like Terra zones, and haven't done a ton of like 80s, 85 area farming really. Oh yeah, I was gonna look at how many keys I had real quick. Gotta catch them all. Ooh. The percentage I think is just like uniform. It's not weighted in any way, I don't believe. It's just like if you had Cheerl's Might left, even though it's super rare, it would just be like the 1% left, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm at 24. Maybe I can go to 60. I would like to get 60 so I could do, that'd be 20 sets, right? I would like that, but then I still need to do all of Neelathak, and sometimes Neelathak can be a butthead for dropping keys, so. Any way to reset the Chronicle, so don't really, not aware of that. On single, ooh, so not the most hype, but you're hoping for even higher runes than this, but not mad about a mid rune, not mad about a Lem. That's like the lowest one I usually note, but oh, look how beautiful it is. Yeah, look at it. On single player, on offline single player, I'm assuming that somewhere there's like a file in the save files that you could like delete, and then it would get rid of the Chronicle and all this other stuff that it would save up. But I would assume somewhere in the shared stash file actually is something about the Chronicle, but I don't actually know that. Online, there's probably no way to reset it, but offline, I think there probably is, but I don't know for sure. Little, wait, what is this one again? Fish flesh or something? Bone flesh. Okay. Whoop. Just ID an item off the rack. Well, that used to work. That used to be the way. Marty says, it sounds like he thinks I'm correct that you can, if you delete the shared stash file, it'll get rid of the Chronicle, which is what it, that does just logically in my brain seem like the way it would work. Yes, online and offline Chronicles are separate. Yeah, honestly, the online Chronicle is like kind of, this is my take, I don't know what everyone think of when I say this, but it's kind of pointless and worthless, to be honest. When you can hop into a game and you go, oh, I need to run over and buy some potions real quick. And then while you just hopped in, you're running over to a car to buy potions, and it's like, bing! And it says you got a D-Web checked off, and you're like, what? Okay. Like you should have to find the items yourself, really. The only issue with that is for online, it would just incentivize people to not play with other people, you know? Hey, stay away from me. Get out of here. I don't want you to take my drops, you know, even more so. Not that people don't already are that way, but yeah. You have to at least smell the item to make it count. Yeah, I would say, I don't know exactly how it works, I guess. I think you can just be anywhere in the game, right? If they identify it. If it drops while you're in the game and they identify it anywhere in the game, you get credit for it. It should have to be like in the party. Oh, within like 2 screens or something. So super, another gold find one, really. Since gold finders are usually melee, over 100 attack rating with almost the maximum there on the gold find. So a little exciting one. If you're a gold finder, that is. If you're a gold finder. Yeah, because I think that's the only 2 things. You just need to be in the game, and you might have to be partied up with the people too, maybe. So in the game and partied, and then you have to be in there when it drops and when they identify it, I believe. I think. But Online Chronicle is just illogical. I mean, a little bit. I'm not sure exactly why it is the way it is. If that was just like a programming thing, or if that was like they were actually thinking like, oh, we don't want people to be worried about their drops being taken and not getting their chronicle. Like, you know, if a sacred armor drops right in front of them and that's the one item they needed to finish it, Tyrell's Might for, you know, and they've been trying to get it for like 5 years, and someone else grabbed it real quick because they were just like, you know, item sniping. And then they don't get credit for it after they've been trying to find it for years, and so it's going to make people never want to play with each other, so they decided to make it this way. I'm not really sure, but it doesn't really mean a lot to complete a Holy Grail when you never seen the items drop and you didn't kill any monsters, you know what I mean? Like, it really, at that point, it just comes down to how much, you know, did you put in, you know, 2 months worth of time on ladder, you know, how much did you play it on ladder, essentially, you know? So cool to have the skin though still. Yeah, maybe. Could be. Reference, it still didn't have time to play the new expansion. Gotcha. Well, then they're doing the rebalance to the expansion, launching not tomorrow, but the Friday after that. So, if you're looking for a time to hop back in, that is. You can hop back in for the Nerf hammers. Ooh. Dude, that's so crazy, by the way. I don't mean to attack anybody either with this comment, but it was so funny that like a couple weeks ago when I was playing the Warlock, and I titled the stream "Playing the Warlock One Last Time Before It Gets Hit with the Nerf Hammer," and everyone's like, "The Nerf Hammer? What is that? Is that weapon really powerful?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about? Like, you know what a Nerf is, right? Like, they're nerfing it. Nerf Hammer is just like they're hitting it with a Nerf." And then time after time, people were just like, "Oh, is that a new weapon they're adding, a Nerf Hammer?" And I'm just like, "Oh, what? What?" It was almost, I was kind of getting annoyed, but it was like, it's almost kind of funny that, I don't know. It was crazy. Real quick, I got a little thing going on here. Okay. I'm gonna try to zone in and just... Yeah, the Nerf Hammer is part of the Nerf set. Could be. Oh my gosh. Can't do it. Champion ghost packs everywhere. Get out of here. I'm like, nope, I'm just gonna skip all the packs. Not gonna worry about it. Jabber Istzad Nerf Hammer. Yeah. It's you know what I think would be, it would be cool if they made a rune word that went in staffs, but it was like a melee rune word. Oh, dang, 40 enhanced damage jewel with 3 to min. It's not really enough because I feel like enhanced damage with min or max damage, isn't it still bugged in the game? Or is it just max? I can't remember, but it's interesting enough. I'm going to note this. Maybe hang on to it because it's kind of interesting. Yeah, you would still go with 50 on an ohm to put in a weapon, so it's kind of neat though, I guess. Why couldn't that be 15 increased attack speed? I mean, I don't know. We'll just put it like, I'm not going to keep it. I'm never going to use that. It is still bugged. Maybe it's an intended feature. I don't know. Scott must have been here when that banhammer thing was happening. He said he almost lost it when they were doing that. Yeah, I almost lost it too. Oh my gosh, look at the density out here this time. Every time I go like, oh, I'm skipping monsters, I look around and the density is out of control. Yeah, I almost lost it too. This is offline coaches. Yes, it is. It is. Yep. I don't remember if I finished my entire thought there, but I thought it'd be cool to have like a rune word that was built for melee, but it was in like staffs. Because you can use staffs on Whirlwind Barb or Fury Druid and stuff like that. And some of the staffs have like a lot of damage on them, but then you never do any damage with them, right? Rib Cracker, that's it, right? Maybe you could figure something out to do with some kind of melee sorceress, since you could have like, you know, plus skills, you know, free to enchant with 300 enhanced damage and 40 increased attack speed and, you know, something, I don't know. Not a fully thought out idea yet, but of course, but you know. Also interesting, there's not that sorceresses need a buff, but like there's no orb runewords at all. I guess there's only 2 sockets usually, but I think those bigger orbs can get 3, right? Like the I don't have it here. You know what I'm talking about. Jordan Stone and stuff like that. Zod definitely underpowered. Yeah, indestructible is one of those things that sounds cool, but like, yeah, not a lot of times to use it. It is me. I have a macro on my mouse, and since this is offline single player, you can kind of get away with having macros like that to save and exit for you. That way, it just, instead of looking at the screen, and I can read chat while it's saving and exiting and stuff, and it saves the little clicks on my fingers, and so it doesn't hurt my wrist. You know, I get less wear and tear on my wrist and all that kind of stuff. Old Magicfine talking about the Enchant Sorc Thunderstorm and melee with Passion. So is Passion the one that has like 1 to Zeal on it or something? It's got like 1 to Berserk and 1 to Zeal, I think. Or am I thinking of a different item? But yeah, I've tried that before, but I don't think I really tried it the right way, to be honest. I tried it without looking into it at all and was like, this ain't really working. But I didn't go like max enchant, I don't think, with enchant type gear. They should put the Nerf hammer in, says coaches. They should. Imagine the devs slip in the Nerf hammer. Right? -10 all skills. Skip them. Skip. Get to the summoner. Get the key. Get the Eld rune. Kirby. Doing good. Hopefully you're doing good as well. Kenny Jr. saying +1 to all skills would be more fitting for a Zod. I mean, that would be powerful, and everyone would use that everywhere, that's for sure. They'd be plugged in on like every caster, right? Go. Battle boots. Perfects, come on. Oh, 50s. The first 50s I've found. You want to get that. Cool. Cool. That was actually off the summoner too. Love the summoner. Great drops. It is Passion Gold to find him with that. Gotcha. 13 Zods on a character. Yeah, I mean the go-to would just be what? A 6-socketed crystal sword with 3 Zods in it. So you get 6 to all skills here. 4 more over here, so 10 all skills in those. And then you would just, anywhere you could, you would just like 4-socketed armor with 4 Zods, 3, you know, and then you'd have to make everything else up everywhere else. I don't know if you could get away with that, but that's it. It would end up too crazy, I think. Be too crazy, I think. Eddie, definitely gonna start next ladder with a warlock. It's just the new hotness, you know what I mean? So I'm assuming most people would want to see it. I would need to learn about the new changes and stuff to make videos on it, so just kind of makes sense. So Whiskey Kind saying it'd be frustrating to have really powerful game-breaking effects on a super rare rune, Zod being rare, making other rare items more valuable. Superb game design. I don't know if maybe I'm just not smart at reading, but that doesn't fully make sense to me. Do forgive me. Probably my poor reading comprehension, maybe. Tomb River with 3 Zods. Yeah, I guess Rune Master with 5 Zods in it. You'd have Canopy Frozen and 5 to all skills on your weapon. Right? $20 points to Bind Demon on Echoing Strike be too terrible. So you're saying like after the nerf and something, putting the points into it. I think I did something. I don't know about 20 points, but I did bump quite a few points into some different stuff to keep the Bound Demon alive when I was rocking Echoing Strike on the PTR, but everything didn't fall exactly the way it did on the PTR, the way they ended up changing it a little bit, so we'll have to retest it, but honestly, I think it... And the thing is, too, is that when I was testing on the PTR, I wasn't doing what everybody else was. Like, I would just get a monster that would just be a random monster. Everybody kept trying to pump all these points in to make sure that they still got the super unique or whatever. But I would just go get a... like, you know, the big monster that has Crushing Blow or whatever, Odar. He's got a bunch of health, too, and... yeah. And he was surviving okay, you know. He wasn't face tanking everything in the game with no issues, you know. He wasn't face tanking the, you know, multiple high, you know, the high level heralds like no problem or anything, but like, we'll just have to see how it falls though. I'm not 100% sure how to answer that. Water Joe saying, should they rebalance each character, focusing each ladder? I don't think so. I don't really want them to make every character... like, I don't want the game to be 100% balanced. Like, if every character is the same, then it's like, why does it matter what you start ladder with if every character is the same, you know? I do just personally, in general, usually lay on the side of anti-change. Sometimes I speak about like changing stuff just because I know that's what people want to talk about and stuff, but yeah. Huncherman. Feeling pretty good today, actually. Ears barely hurt. Only got a few more minutes here, but Saffron said it'd be like D4. Shots fired. I guess D4 does do that, don't they? Changing stuff every season. I don't know. We'll see what they do with D2R here, because I never thought that they would add in the expansion, so... and like new rune, like new character and new rune words and stuff like that. So and now they're rebalancing it and stuff. So we'll have to see what they're gonna do more stuff or whatever it is. Raid, no, I have not played D4. Reign of the Warlock, no. Nope, I haven't played D4 since before the first expansion, so. Phil loves changes in D2. I don't know about that, but. My opinion is in the great minority, though, so, I mean, what am I supposed to say, you know, like. Got another key. Okay, let's see if I can get a few more keys here, huh? Saffron said you played the first version of D4. All the characters felt the same. I mean, this is my take, anyways. Not fully going off of what you said there, but I feel like, and not many people agreed with this when I said it before. I feel like D4 was better when it first came out, personally. With that being said, when it first came out, they did say they were trying to blend D2 and D3, essentially, so that, you know. And then, sometime in the future, they said something along the lines of they're going to go about this route, that route, blah, 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 blah. And the things that they listed were things that were more like Diablo 3. So essentially, they were like, we're going to stop going this way and go that way. So yeah, I felt like it got less enjoyable for me past that. But I mean, if they're going to take it and make it less like Diablo 2 and make it more like Diablo 3, I mean, of course I'm going to like it less, right? I didn't really like Diablo 3, so. Ooh, no key. I watched like a video on the Reign of the Warlock for D4, and the person I was watching said that the Reign of the Warlock is super different in D4 than it is in D3. That's what the person's video I watched said, so. We'll do, I only got time for one more run here, so we'll knock out the last run here. Get a triple key drop on the final run here. D3, okay, mindless kill fest, yeah. I mean, that's what it is. It just wasn't my gig, and when you only got so much time to play video games, even when I was younger, you know, I just decided to play other games that I thought were better, you know. I think that's around the time I was into Halo and Call of Duty, online play for Halo and Call of Duty a lot, so it's like, you know, would I rather play Modern Warfare 2 online, or Black Ops or something, or Halo 3, or did I want to play D3, right? Or whatever. I don't know exactly what was out at the time, but you know. So don't roast me like, technically, Phil, that actually came out 3 years before. You know, don't do that one. But let's see. Locke said he'd like a charm inventory for and then leave the game alone. Charm inventory, huh? Take a PD2 thingamajobber there, huh? We'll see. I have no idea what all they're gonna do in the distant future and whatnot. I was shocked when they added it in the character. I still need to do that. I wanted to make a short of my face, but I feel like I never even went back and looked at it. But I remember when that came out, and I was leaving for vacation the next day, and it was all unannounced. I'm just like, what? Oh, jeez. But anyways, gotta hop off, go get my kiddo from school here. So appreciate y'all joining me, the memberships and a few super chats, stuff like that. Thank y'all, and hitting the like button on YouTube, of course. Always appreciate that. But gotta hop off. Appreciate the channel support. And hey, hopefully your luck is great when you're out there slaying in Diablo 2. Peace out, fellas.